Hi everyone, I'll try to briefly explain what I'm trying to do here. So I have this mesh with hair particles. So I have this particle system with hair, and in another mesh, in another object, I have particle instance modifier, which I'll show like this. So which is connected to the previous one, skin with hair. So what I'm trying to do is have kind of a hair cards here, which should be oriented facing away from the skin mesh. So I would like to have control over each of these particle instances to have them facing the way I want. So right now it works like this. If I go to the skin mesh and go to particle edit, I can comb this and into any direction I want, but the way the mesh instances are planted into the mesh is always fixed. As you can see here by this line, it's always fixed. So what I would like to for example, avoid having them planted like this edge on or something like that. So what I did here is I actually made an update on the particle instance modifier. So by default I can rotate them like this, all of them at once. But since the initial orientation is kind of pseudo-random, it's I believe derived from the normal orientation, like face order of vertices or something like that. And I cannot influence that here. I can just influence them all at once. So what I did is actually an update which allows me to orient them by using the strand direction, the strand vector, the initial strand vector as a starting point for that orientation. So it can be best shown like this. When I now edit these, if I comb them in this way, and this is the wrong one, this one, you see how they orient themselves according to how I comb the strands. So that's what I want to have, and that's working for me nicely. But the next thing I would like to have also is when I once I define the way they are facing, I would like them to freeze that direction, so that I can then maybe animate this or whatever and not have the particle instance modifier rotated all the time. So that's what I like to have, and I do not know how to do that, but so far this is exactly what I would like to have for them to orient like this. And this also can work with other stuff that's part of this particle instance modifier. For example, I can rotate them now, even though they are oriented like this. And what I would like this, for example, to work once I freeze this, it's not working obviously, it's just reverting to default one. But when I check this, when it's frozen in time, I would like then to be able to comb the hair and not reorient the particle instances. So that's in short what I'm trying to do here. So thank you.